Polymarket is one of the most popular apps in the world right now, and here's how to profit on Polymarket in 2026. Look, Polymarket is doing almost $130 million a day in trading volume. It's relaunched in the US with CFTC approval, and the NYSE's parent company invested $2 billion into it. So this is as far as you can get from being a niche crypto experiment, but a lot of people still do not know how to use it effectively. How do you actually make money with it? So I'm going to break down the mechanics, the strategies that can actually generate consistent returns on the platform, and how to get started. First of all, how the heck does Polymarket actually work? Well, look, Polymarket essentially runs prediction markets. It's not gambling. It's not gambling. It's making investments on the future, trading the future. Let's put it that way. You're not buying shares in companies, you're buying shares in outcomes. Who will win the World Cup? Will the Federal Reserve cut interest rates? Will there be a moon landing this year? What will the price of Bitcoin be in 5 minutes? These are all tradable markets, and each one works on a very simple yes or no basis. The price of a share tells you how likely the crowd thinks the outcome is likely to be. Price sits between 1 cent and 99 cents. And if you are right, your share pays out $1. So if you buy yes on a share on Spain to win the World Cup at 15 cents, and then Spain wins, you make 85 cents profit per dollar that you've put in. If it doesn't happen, all your money's gone. You lose your entire 15 cents per dollar you put in. That's it. Price equals probability. But key detail here, you can trade your shares before the market resolves. So if you buy a yes share at 15 cents and yes shares later pump to 30 cents, you can sell right there for a 2x before the market even resolves. This is something not a lot of people know about Polymarket, and is an effective way that traders are regularly printing money on the platform. The opposite is also true. If the market moves against you, there's always the option to just cut your losses early. But guy in at 15 cents, it goes down to 10. You think, man, Spain screwed, that guy broke his leg, whatever it might be, you're out. Just like when you're trading stocks or crypto, okay? Mechanics are very similar. At its heart, this is built on the wisdom of the crowds. The idea that when you aggregate thousands of independent opinions backed by real money, the resulting probability tends to be relatively accurate. In fact, Polymarket has been found to have up to 94% prediction accuracy, which is pretty damn crazy, and is also why the Dow Jones now embeds Polymarket data in its publications like the Wall Street Journal and Barron's. By the way, if you want to get insider insights on prediction markets, crypto, stocks, metals, tech, you should sign up to our Inner Circle Discord. Link is down below. We share setups on prediction markets. We share setups on trading crypto, metal stocks, and more. Link down below. Go check it out. Stop missing out. Your community is waiting for you. Next, let's look at this. Getting set up. So if you're in the US, depending on the state, you may need to complete Know Your Customer data. Some markets may be restricted, and there are other countries around the world where you'll bump into different restrictions, which is why some users are using Polymarket through a virtual private network or a VPN. Not saying that's what you should do, but that's what some people are doing. Now, with the non-KYC version, you can instantly sign up via Google, an email address, or by connecting a cryptocurrency wallet. And then you just need to click on the deposit button, which gives you the option of transferring crypto to your Polymarket account, or making a deposit via a bank card, bank transfer, or via PayPal. Now, once you're in, the next question is, Lark, how do I make money? Which brings us to the strategies part of this conversation. I want to give you some real actionable strategies that you can use to win on Polymarket. The first approach is what you call the niche edge. A mistake new traders make is piling into the most popular markets, things like who wins the US presidency, because everybody is watching it. But if you want to exploit mispricings, the edge lives in the smaller, less tracked markets, especially the ones where you personally have an edge, things you personally know about. If you're a sports geek, well, guess what? There's a market for you. A particular country's politics, there's a market for you. The movie industry, there's a market for you. Company financials, nerd. There's a market for you too. Tech niches like AI developments. What's the best AI model gonna be? It's all there, okay? So you can monetize your knowledge. You likely know things before the broader market catches on, and you can use that to your advantage to make money on Polymarket. A local news story, an insider development in a sector that you closely follow, it's all there. So look, these are very real information advantages that you might have. Dig it out of your brain, guys. Okay, it's in there. I know you know something about something, right? And on Polymarket, information is money. The second strategy is being a contrarian, fading the chaos. When a scary headline drops, people panic, they buy into the fear, maybe geopolitical tensions spike, an off-the-cuff Trump comment, suddenly a market pumps. But most of the time, these situations do not escalate. The old nothing ever happens regime. Wait for the emotional overreaction and buy no shares while they're cheap and everybody's panicking, and then cash out when things inevitably resolve and nothing happens, which is what happens most of the time. There's actually a guy who's made literally just truck tons of money betting that nothing ever happens, and he makes bank all the time. Alternatively, buy yes when it's cheap on markets that pump easily on sensational headlines. An example of this would be like alien existence confirmed by the US government. You could buy yes when it was cheap, knowing that UAP-related speculation hits the news from time to time. When that happens, these markets tend to spike and you then sell into the pump. Again, you don't have to wait for the market to resolve. Okay, you can buy shares at 10 cents, sell them at 20. Third, and this is for the high volume traders, it's the 98% sure strategy. This means you find events that are almost resolved, maybe a tennis match where one player is almost at match point, and yes is currently trading at 98 cents. So this lets you basically pocket a 2% win very quickly, which doesn't sound like a lot, but if you're doing it repeatedly, it can compound fast. There are traders who have made millions doing this exact thing, waiting for markets to be minutes away from a near sure resolution. There's a catch here though. Every now and then, something insane happens. The other tennis player makes an amazing record-breaking comeback and the 98-cent people lose all their money and that shit goes to zero. So the rule is, never put in more than a tenth of your bankroll into any single sure thing. And then there's the arbitrage angle, which is the closest thing to a free lunch you're going to get in markets. Sometimes the same event is priced differently across platforms. Polymarket and their rival Kalshi being the two biggest. So for example, if yes is 82 cents on Kalshi and no is 12 seconds on Polymarket, you can buy both for a combined 94 cents. And you are guaranteed a $1 payout regardless of the outcome. Remember that. That then becomes a 6% risk-free return. And if you get into the habit of looking for these, arbitrages like this exist, pop up all the time, sometimes with even bigger price gaps. Okay, you just have to know what you're looking for, know where to be looking, and take the opportunity when it presents itself, because these mismatches are often short-lived. Next, it's also worth tracking the smart money. Polymarket is on chain. I want you to remember this. You can see exactly what the biggest wallets are doing. And if there's a trader with a big winning streak and they suddenly drop a big chunk of cash into some new bet, that may be a signal worth paying attention to. And a lot of people do. You have tools out there like Polywhaler, Predictfolio, Polycool. They offer real-time insights into whale activity. And they give you a nice overview on what these smart money wallets are doing before the broader market has a chance to react. However, a warning here. You can never know the full story behind any given trade or wallet. These are anonymous accounts. They might be hedging something you're simply not aware of. There could be some kind of manipulation going on here. They may know their wallet is being tracked and put money into a market, assuming other people will come in and pump it up and then they'll cash out. This is something, guys, honestly. Some of these high rollers are basically just fucking gambling addicted degenerates who make reckless trades and they just get lucky. Track wallets, but treat them as just another data point, not as something you should blindly copy trade, okay? And finally, before you start trading, here are 3 critical rules that you need to know first. Always read the resolution criteria. This is so important because every market has specific rules for how it settles, and they don't always exactly match the market name. Here's one example. A recent market asked whether an AI agent would sue a human. Now, first thought is no, AI is not a person, man. It can't do that. But if you read the rules, they just said that a case has to be filed. And guess what? US courts will docket a lawsuit if it's properly filed, even if it doesn't make any legal sense. And they'll just dismiss it later. And so that market ended up resolving to yes. Second, check the liquidity. If you buy a lot of shares in a very tiny niche market, what's going to be the insect of the year or some BS like that, it's got $50 of trading volume, there's no activity, you may not be able to sell them later because guess what? You are the market. There is no one to sell them to. There's no one on the other side of that trade. So you want to trade markets that have adequate liquidity for what you're doing. Also, low liquidity markets can very easily be manipulated and often are. So if you're seeing something pumping, oh wow, this must be something great, and you're gonna put all your money in, and well, it's just whales manipulating the market. So be careful, okay? Stick to markets with decent volumes and low spreads. Those are the more sane markets to be trading. Third, you don't have to chase these 20x, 50x payouts. I'm only gonna buy something if it's 2 cents, right? There's always that temptation to buy a long shot share at 5 cents, 2 cents, a penny, whatever it is, hoping that it's gonna go to $1. And sure, you might be right. Maybe you wanna throw in a few bucks as just a pure gamble sometimes, because screw it, why not? It's fun. Big but here, not those kind of buts, big but. The best traders on Polymarket make their real returns by grinding out small, consistent wins, doing things like arbitrage over and over and over again. Those little 1, 2, 3, 5% wins add up real fast, especially on markets like 15-minute Bitcoin markets. Compounding that money can really stack up fast. And you have to manage your risk so that you can be able, of course, to trade another day. Never put all of your money on one single market. Again, even if it seems like a sure thing, like we said, oh, 98% resolution. Yeah, but then the other player comes back and wins the game in some record-setting turnaround. These things do happen from time to time. So make sure you're never betting your full stack. Make sure you're always able to survive for the next prediction. I hope these tips have been useful for you and are going to help you get started on Polymarket, start predicting the future and making money off of it. Thanks for watching.